Alright, so for this week I'm focusing on special education, and since I was unable to go to Boys and Girls Club this week, this is kind of like hypothetical, but this is really up my alley because I am a special education major, so a lot of what we talked about in our class, I've also discussed in my special education class, but I really wanted to focus on the article culturally different students in special education looking backward to move forward, and the concept of overrepresentation, because this is something that we've talked about a lot as well, meaning that like within the percentage of the amount of minorities in a school, that minority is the majority in special education classrooms. We've talked a lot about that in my classes, and I know from when I was at Sunflower before, I could see that as well because I had talked to a couple of the students anyways, who were minorities, were people of color, and they would talk about their IEPs. And so I don't know, I don't have the data of the entire school, but it's kind of that interesting concept of something like I wouldn't really think about as a special education teacher, is what the demographic of my classroom looks like, because that's not something at first I would really want to like pay attention. But we talked a lot about in my special education class how like it's important to still look at the cultures of our students, even if you don't think it applies. It really does, because that can affect how you teach the students and how you work with them, which is kind of interesting because it was a sect of this class talking about how we interact with minority students and really want to put their culture into it, and then also adding that aspect of special education, which is a whole nother like spectrum of teaching. But then you still have to contribute these ideas of being culturally aware and understanding, and taking those things into consideration is also really important. Thank you.